if you're obsessing over work, get a fucking life. Some of you out there take work home with you. You go to work, you can't figure out a problem, you stay late, still can't fix it. Then you go home, let it eat you up as if your life depends on it. Stop! Live your life outside of work, okay? Let work stay at work. I used to do that. I used to bring work home with me. But I quit doing it a long time ago. If I can't fix something or diagnose something, I ask for help from the foreman. If he can't get to me right then and there, I let it sit until he comes. I pull in another car and hack that one up. None of us knows everything, right? Then there's this talk on the internet and clips that have been sent to me from podcasts and YouTube videos that some of these technicians out there think they are the top 5% mechanics in the world. How fucking arrogant is that? You must not get out much, okay? Get over yourself, dude. You're probably the best mechanic in your shop, and your shop's out in the hills of Kentucky where nobody wants to live and nobody lives. I don't even know if Kentucky has hills. That's how retarded I am. I'd never been there, and I'd never go there. I would never say I was the best mechanic or in the top 5%. And I got 24 years of experience, master certified, all that bullshit that doesn't mean anything. It's top 5% in the country, the state. It's bullshit, dude. You gotta get out more, dude. Stay off of the Facebook groups, okay? I'm in the lower 75%, I would say. Probably, realistically, the bottom 90% of technicians. I can say that because I really don't fucking care how good of a mechanic you think I am. I have a job and I can do it, and it pays my bills. I also have a life outside of my job. That's what I care about. Some people live to work, and that's all they fucking care about, dude. Some would rather be at work than at home with their families, and that's fucking sad. Yeah, but I'm on the top 5% of technicians on a list I just made up that doesn't really exist or ever will exist. But when I say it, it makes me feel better about my divorce coming up. What fucking planet do you live on? Planet top 5%, that's what planet I live on. My wife left me. The internet, dude. Holy shit. Holy shit! This rain's getting fucking heavy. So whose fault is it when there's no work to do at work? Is it dealership's fault, shop owner's fault, or the technician's fault? Who knows? Nobody knows? I'm on the top 5% imaginary list, I know that. Pinpoint test pays 0.3, repair pays 0.6, I made 0.9, it only took me 3 hours to figure it out. Top 5%. The lube tech made 7 hours during that 3-hour repair I made. But I'm top 5%. Imaginary. Just imagine that list. Would you imagine it? It's the shop's fault. There. You know when it is slow at work? That's when I take work home with me. When advisors can't sell anything that you write up and you're not making any hours, that's when I take work home with me. I take brake cleaner, window cleaner, I go to the detail, I take their microfiber towels, I take some wax, I take batteries, oil, transmission fluid. That's what I take home with me. Check out my eBay store, dude. I know a technician that would, I can't really say that on here. He was top 5%, I don't know, clever? Maybe he was the smart one, but I can't really talk about that on here, because I can't. Now, I'm not top 5%. I gotta be top 5%. I'm gonna make up my own list. So if I'm not top 5% on this list, I'm gonna make up my own list to make myself feel better. My wife left me. I live in a van. I look down on hacks. They're making this industry and me look bad. Top 5 has no room for hacks on my imaginary list. Dude, hacks. Hacks are great for the industry, dude. There's nothing better than watching a live hack. Taking a cut-off wheel to the body, cutting back panels to get to bolts and shit, using the torch to notch the frame, cutting frames to remove shit, then trying to re-weld it back on. You ever seen that? Looks like they picked their nose and wiped boogers all over the weld. Come on, dude. Some of you guys are fucking hacks. How about this one, hacks? Putting the transmission in the wrong car, then adding a line to that ticket saying the transmission slips and just flagging it warranty. Top 5%. Power of the pen numbers. I enjoy my job when there's a super hack in the shop. It's entertaining. And it makes me look better, dude. Bottom 90. Listen, dude, if you really think you're in some imaginary top 5% of mechanic list, you've done all this ASE training, the useless tests, the factory training, the hybrid training, you're master certified, you take all these stupid online classes and pay $500 each for them. You go to some trade shows and pay to get in and pay to sit and listen to someone blow smoke up your ass. Someone who doesn't work with you or for you or anywhere around your area. You're basically in a cult, dude. You know, I could go on and on. I'm just going to say that you've been brainwashed. And now, you're in a cult. Oh! Think about it. They all chit-chat online in their online groups. They all meet up at training events. All the same people. They meet up and do cult shit. When a new one shows up to a training event, it changes his life. He went from like the rest of us, normal technicians, tired of getting fucked over, getting treated like shit, paid like shit, tired of all the bullshit, tired of the industry. Now after the cult initiation at the training event, now he's a believer in change. Ah! Cult! It's our cult! Seriously, dude, I just figured it all out. It's a cult! Holy fucking shit. This industry sucks. I hate it. I would not recommend anybody to ever come into this industry, eh? Then I went to this training event, and now I believe in change. Why else would you invest all your time into your job to make someone else rich? You've been brainwashed. Cult! Hey, they all get divorced because they spend so much time at work. And after work, they go to cult meetings. Dude! Now they all talk the same and have the same opinions and the same people as guests on their podcast. And they have a network of cult members. It's a cult! Dude, we figured it all out on this stupid fucking podcast. Damn. I mean, the only way I would change my views on this industry and being a technician and all the shit I talk about on here, the only way I would change my views is bags of money. Hey! I would sell out for a truckload of bags. Being honest here. Oh, this industry's great. I make good money. I can't even continue. I make good money in this industry. I'm happy to be a technician. I love working with my hands. I went to a training event and it changed my life. Praise the cult. I love buying tools off of tool trucks. I love that high interest rate. Makes me feel good about myself. Even though the interest rate is more than I make an hour. Go! Oh my god, dude. I cannot be brainwashed because I'm too fucking stupid. Okay? Too dumb to be brainwashed. I don't believe anything anybody tells me. I don't believe anything on the news. Some of you motherfuckers believe the world's flat, and that's some retarded shit right there. You tell me that you believe the world's flat, and I'm going to listen to everything you say. I'm going to entertain it, because it's going to be fucking entertaining, because you're fucked up. Now, if you tell me that you are in the top 5% of the best technicians in the world on some made-up list you just came up with, that would make me believe you've been brainwashed and you're in a fucking cult! You'd rather take online training courses you have to pay for in order to make your boss more money. You live to work. You believe that you're providing for your family and that it's okay not to be present at home. But providing money is more important than you being there for them. Your family. My work is my family and I'm in the top 5%. If that's the case, you've been brainwashed, and if you haven't joined the cult yet, you're on your way. That's my opinion on this new discovery I just came up with. Maybe that's what the industry really is. Maybe the GMs are cult leaders. Who's the Grand Wizard? Oh, wait. I'll wait. Ow! Uh-oh! Don't go there! What would the leader of the cult be called? Who would be the leader? Henry Ford? Is he the founder? Wow. We're getting too deep into this shit, huh? If you're willing to invest that much work and time into being a technician, instead of taking training classes to fix cars, take some business classes and start your own fucking shop, dude. If you're that motivated, run your own shop. Let the other cult members, work for you. So you make the heavy bags. That's all I'm saying here. If you're going to invest that much time into this fucking industry, into this job, being a technician, be a fucking manager. Be a fucking shop owner. Own a shop. Oh, God. You guys are fucked up. We like to have fun here. I got multiple emails from technicians asking what other job they can do other than this. Like, what career would you rather do other than being a mechanic? So, if you were to leave this industry, what other corrupt industry would you go into? Because they're all corrupt. They're all cults. Me? What I would do is I'd just do my own shop. All under the table, dude. Cash only at my house. Use my 2-car garage until I made enough bags to build a detached 3-car garage in my backyard. And then I would do it all in there. That's what I would do. Then I'd start a food truck business and launder the money right through that, dude. Boom! Fuck you, Biden. Ha! You ain't fucking giving Ukraine my tax money. Hey! What would you do? Email me so I can answer these guys' questions. Give me some real answers. Dude, that's what businesses do. Okay? You ever see a pizza shop? Or it could be any other small business that's been open for fucking years and years. But nobody ever goes there. Guess what that is? It's a money laundromat. Fucking rent's $12,000 a month. Nobody goes there, but they pay that rent every month, no problem. Money laundromat owned by the cult. Oh, shit. What other notes do I got here? Oh, I just got an email from a tech. All right, listen to this, dude. I'm not going to read it. Let me find this email. Let me find it, motherfucker. Hello. I sent in my pay rate to you last year. Wow, that was a year ago. I sent in my pay rate to you last year for a BMW member position in a different, and I'm not going to be too specific here, all right? Just wanted to update it. I'm now a BMW master, and the pay is $54 an hour. $3 more if I get all the hybrid EV certs, $62 max. Plus, $1 every year for the first 10 years. So if you're maxed in the 10 years, you should be at $72 an hour after 10 years, and you got all your certifications. Highest one yet. BMW. Hey! You hiring? BMW. BMW drivers are like a cult, you know? For real, dude. I'm not going to get into that. What else I got here? Oh, I got a recent guest. He wants to be a guest. Hey man, stumbled upon your podcast last year and have to say it's been a hell of a journey listening to you from the beginning. Used to listen to your podcast while waiting for my shop foreman to come back from his hourly cry sessions in the bathroom so I can get my next ticket. I'm not going to read his whole email. Dude, I'm just wasting time. I'm going to be honest with you, alright? I'm just wasting time. I'm not going to read his... I'm going to have this guy on, though. So, hey, you know who you are. I haven't wrote you back. I haven't wrote a lot of people back. But I'm making a new list. Making a new list for guests. I'm going to initiate some new cult members to this fucking cult, the Flat Rate Cult. That's what we'll call it, Flat Rate Cult. Make a new sticker. Hey. Alright. Well, that's pretty much all I got.